Welcome to the Bayou Country Music Association show presented to you by Southern Sound Outfitters. I'm your host Jacob, and today I'm joined by a man that's been making waves in country music, making people of the likes of Garth Brooks and Rolling Stone magazine come to his fruition, Mr. Randall King. How's it going, Randall?
Man, it's going pretty good, brother. How you doing?
Man, we can't complain. Obviously, man, I'm sure you got a busy schedule. You've been having some major success with your current album that's out, but we're going to take a step back to begin and start out at the roots of Randall and get you to. I know you're from Texas, West Texas area. What is the name of the town, your hometown that you're from?
Man, I'm from a little town called Hereford, Texas, brother.
Hereford, Texas. That's Hereford, like the cows, huh?
Yes, sir. Hereford Whiteface. It's named after the cow.
Awesome. And you were, I'm going off of my research here, you are a born into a fourth generation hay hauler, truck driver, correct?
Yes, sir. My daddy before him and his daddy before him they're all truckers. And I grew up pitching hay and riding the truck with my daddy when he was hauling cotton birds, man. But I chose music.
Now, as growing up, what was some of your musical influences that you listened to, or that maybe your dad or your parents played that kind of molded you into the artist you are today?
Yeah, man, I grew up listening to guys like Keith Whitley and Alan Jackson, George Strait, Merle Haggard. Hell, but I grew up listening to old school country too, man. Hank Williams, Lefty Frizzell, Conway, John Anderson. So I grew up listening to just straight, true traditional country music, and that was the biggest influence on me, man. That definitely
it shows in your sound, because if you think of traditional country sound, Texas, just oozing this guy's song, and his sound just oozes that traditional. You call it neo-traditional country. I call it just good music, man, because definitely good music. So back to the past. What age did you start writing or playing an instrument and saying I want to be an artist, I want to sing, I want to go and get on stage?
Oh man, I started playing. I was always singing. When I was a kid, man, and my dad said I'd never shut up, so he got me a guitar, and I was about first grade when I got my first guitar, started taking lessons, and I just stuck to it, man. It's all I ever wanted to do, and got into college at Texas Tech, was a business major, and I minored in music. And I decided to make music my major, and I switched from Texas Tech over to South Plains College in Levelland. Got a sound tech degree, and went and learned how to produce records. And I ended up producing my EP, and then that led me to producing my first record up here in Nashville. So,
well, that's interesting, man. I didn't know that you had obviously a college degree in producing music. So you behind producing all of your music? Or at least have a hand in it?
Absolutely, man. It's 100% self-produced.
And I guess that's a testament to the music. It's so genuine and so original and true. You have your hands in writing and singing and producing, and it shows, man. It shows in everything. And so, you mentioned you got into it, and you went to school and ended up switching your major over and kind of got the know-how of how to do it and how to properly produce, much less sing and songwrite. So let's get into the songwriting part of it. Like, what age did you start writing songs?
I wrote a little bit in high school, but nothing crazy. I really started writing songs in college. My freshman year of college, man, was when I really started breaking into songwriting, and I wrote a lot, man. I wrote a song almost every day when I was a freshman in college, and that just got me into it, and I never stopped from there. And eventually, you work as hard as you can at it. Always try to write the best song and get better, and you just
keep on trucking, man. I mean, you've been doing that. And fast forward to 2016, you come out with an EP, 5-song EP, Another Bullet. What was going into that? Explain the production of that and the story behind that EP.
Well, I guess honestly the difference in the two, the difference between the EP and the record, you know, the EP was produced in Texas. It was produced in Fort Worth with my original band, and
the record was produced in Nashville, correct?
The record was I produced a record up in Nashville with studio musicians, but this one the EP was produced. You know, we were just a young band, still playing the 3-hour sets.
Had some growing pains.
Do what?
Had some growing pains. Y'all obviously learned and got more matured with everything as far as between the EP and the current record. So obviously, you know, it's still a great EP, great songs, man. But you can see the growth in your sound and your all around demeanor. Yeah,
thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, the EP was we were just young green kids playing in, you know, dive bars, 3-hour sets, and I would take all the money that we were making in the sets and just put it towards that EP. And we went up to Nashville after doing all the pre-production back in Lubbock, just working on the songs and getting it the way I wanted it. And then we got in the studio and we just put it together piece by piece and dialed it in, man.
Awesome. And I mean, obviously, you're Texas born and raised, and we have a fond relationship with the Texas music scene, man. It's a whole nother world of musicians, and it's almost like it's a separate venue. And you've been, you know, over the past years, been up there with all the heavy hitters in the Texas scene. You know, I know you've been you're good friends with Cody Johnson and all those guys. So what is it? Explain to the listeners, you know, that might not really know the Texas music scene. You're almost like a brotherhood, and you support each other, and you thrive off of that. Explain the relationships you have with Josh Ward or Cody Johnson's or the guys like that really are your competition, but in general they're family.
I would never say we're competition. All the time, I mean, really, honestly, everybody's music's different, man. Me and Josh and Cody, our music's real close, but man, I would never say we're competition in the sense of we're just and those are some of my best friends. I'd do anything in the world for them, and Cody's more like a mentor brother to me. You know, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes, and we've learned a lot from him, and I've learned a lot from Josh, and
both great guys.
We all stay in touch. It's just, you know, we text each other, we talk, and call each other on the phone. So I mean, it's you know, down here it's more of a family than anything. But
it definitely is, man. And I'm from Louisiana, but I lived in Texas for several years, and lived in South Texas, lived in Mid Texas, been to West Texas. And whenever I got introduced to the Texas music scene, it was like I was a fish out of water, like never seen. You know, a whole another world, and that's what I kind of wanted to shed the light of to people that don't know. You know, maybe they're listening from north or somewhere. It is literally a family, and everybody is together, and they help each other, and they go off of it. And it's such a strong group of talent. It's crazy the amount of talent that state has. Really, all states have the talent, but man, that one is just oozing with the talent. And you know, you mentioned that Cody took you under his wing, and I mean the things that he's accomplished as an independent guy, that, you know, selling out arenas, and it's a whole nother level, modern day George Strait type stuff, and is obviously, I'm gonna be honest, man, I love both of you guys' music, but I see yours more as a little bit different style, but both good. But I see his more as a clean cut, kind of straight, you know, George Strait, and yours more of a still clean, but you got that kind of Tracy Lawrence type, kind of taking a spin, like your song "Taking Me a Heartbreak" kind of turns it around, and you know, you take a song that means something maybe negative, and you turn it into something you can tap your boots to. So, you know, I respect that.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot.
So now we're gonna get to the big dog, the album that you released April 27th. Did that release change your I guess life, your career in the last few month or so?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime you drop that amount of songs, it's gonna affect the way that you draw a crowd. It's gonna affect your set. That in turn affects your daily life, man. And it's been doing really, really well for us. We've had a lot of big buzz about it. And honestly, man, it's a record that I'm proud of. I worked really hard on, and I put 100% of my heart into. And it showcases my personality, showcases what we can do, what we've accomplished, and
it definitely shows.
Blood built from there, so
it definitely shows in the material, man. Because every time I listen to it, it's like I'm in a time machine back to the '90s country of old days, but yet it's a modern terminology, man. And I mean, you've gotten praised by one of the biggest names in my era of country, Garth Brooks, saying, everybody always asks me, who are the new people that you're looking at, up and coming guys? And he said, I'm going to tell you right now, this kid right here, Randall King, all I can say, sweet guy, good guy, hell of a writer, hell of a songwriter, an independent artist. He's not signed to a record label. This is what country music is all about for me. When you first seen that from Garth Brooks, what was your reaction?
Man, it's truly an honor and blessing to be mentioned from by far the top act and one of the top acts in country music, man. I mean, he's a stand-up guy, incredible person, incredibly humble, and just down to earth and genuine. And for him to say those things, man, it just meant the world to me, and a lot, man.
Definitely. And also, I mean, you got praise from Rolling Stone magazine, and Rolling Stone is not really known for praising country artists, but I mean, this is your second, music out, your album, and they were putting you on here saying why you should pay attention. They labeled you as one of the top 10 country artists to pay attention to, and they put Randall King's true blue take on neo-traditionalist country music is no gimmick. It's the music he grew up with. And for King, life is all about laying down the embrace of your roots. They have Born in Amarillo, so we'll roll with that. Comes from 3 generations of West Texas hay farmers. We know it's 4, you said, and would likely follow the same path. He's not taking to singing at a young age. Though he fell in with songwriting frequently, the Blue Light in Lubbock, King sounds more like his heroes than his Texas country peers, and those icons have taken notice. And then they mentioned the Garth Brooks comment. So I mean, that's 2 big, huge, monumental, mentions right there from a guy that's also making history in the Texas community. So this is a big thing, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot, man. Yeah, Rolling Stone was very, very kind in that interview, man. They're great people, and man, you just gotta let the music speak for itself. I think it's speaking pretty well so far.
It definitely is, man, and it's hard to pick a song off of there that you just like more than the other one. But you released "Tugging on My Heartstrings" before the album came out as a single, and it's been doing really well. It's been on our top 25 since it came out, and it ain't went nowhere. We've even had a few others of your singles bounce around with "Break It" and "Mirror Mirror." So. But we're gonna play for the people, tugging on my heartstrings, and I just wanted to see if you wanted to kind of bring it in and kind of explain maybe a little story about that song or how it was coming about.
Yeah, man, I wrote that song with a guy named Anthony Smith, and if you know Anthony wrote songs like "Run,"
yeah,
and "Cowboys Like Us" for George Strait. He had a killer record back in the day, and just a little song on there called "If That Ain't Country." And dude, Anthony's an incredible man, incredible guy. And we were sitting there, we were in the middle of writing a song, man. We got about verse and chorus of it done, and we were trying to scratch out the second verse and really tighten the song up in the chorus. And we sat there for about 4 hours, and we both finally just got wore out on it, and we walked away from it, and we went and got dinner. When we came back, I pitched him the song idea of tugging on my heartstrings, and it just worked, and we flowed well together on it, and we wrote that thing in about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was the last song that I wrote before making the record, and it was the first song recorded. So,
wow, that's an interesting twist.
It was only right to make it the first. It was only right to make it the first single, man.
There you go. Well, without further ado, guys and gals, we're gonna play y'all "Tugging on My Heartstrings" from Randall King's current album, self-named album. And without further ado,
Big Mac boxes, but like cans scattered all around my bachelor pad. Mud on my boots, holes in my blue jeans. Ain't never been the kind to keep my truck clean. Blowing my money on Friday nights, waking up hurting from drunk bar fights. But she's tugging on my heartstrings. I don't like change, but she don't care. I'm getting up early, I'm combing my hair. I try to fight, but she don't fight fair. I hate, I like it, but man, I swear she's tugging on my heartstrings. I like to watch ESPN, all the Lifetime movies that never end. She even threw it out on my redneck friends. On my man cave, she done caved in. Well, she's always right, I'm always wrong. I should be mad, but it turns me on. She's tugging on my heartstrings. I don't like change, but she don't care. I'm getting up early, I'm combing my hair. I try to fight, but she don't fight fair. I hate, I like it, but man, I swear she's tugging on my heartstrings. Yes, she is. I'm combing my hair. I try to fight, but she don't fight fair. I hate, I like it, but man, I swear she's tugging on my heartstrings. Yeah, she's tugging on my heartstrings. Well, she's tugging on my heartstrings.